so we're gonna start at your genesis. What's your first name?
First name is Franklin. It's unbelievable. A lot of people don't believe me when I tell them that. 'Cause I don't look like a Franklin. You know? But that's my name.
Alright. So tell us about life of Franklin as an adolescent. Where's mother, where's father, sisters and brothers if they exist?
Well, it ain't nothing. It ain't too much of that. Like I'm not too fond of my mother or father. So like I grew up with foster kids.
Since what age?
A baby. You know, straight out of the hospital.
So you don't have no relationship with your real parents?
Nah, there's no
Biological parents?
no biological. They are foster parents, but you know the Cinderella story is real if you watched it. Just because they was women, that don't mean nothing.
Okay. So how was life for you growing up in the foster care system for as long as you did?
I want to say it's just like, you know, you on your own. You just gotta understand what's going on. You know, it's like survival of the fittest. Yeah, they don't got no age on it. There's no age on survival.
Okay. So you going through this system and growing
in that system, and you know, I never understood why it was called the system because I was young.
Okay. So now was there anyone through this process, male figure, whether they presented themselves as a role model or not, was there any male figure, positive male figure you could look up to be like, yo, that's honorable and then I could dig that?
Nah, it wasn't like that.
No. So what was like the male presentation for you growing up in this environment, this foster system?
It was just like, you know, they assign you to a family and you understand who the you know, mother is and who the father is. Then you understand, you look at the pictures they play, and the father I had, he wasn't too much of a, you know, this is what men should do, and you know, as a man, how are you progressing? He actually ain't really know too much about me. Like, it was funny, he didn't even know I could backflip. So it was funny.
All right, so when you met this person, when you went into this family, and how old were you at this age?
Probably like 5.
And you already doing flips?
Yeah, already flipping.
Okay, that's cool. At least you was learning some good stuff along the way. All right. So, what's the relationship like? Matter of fact, what family you stayed with for the longest versus a shorter period of time?
I only stayed with that one family.
And you was with them for how long?
Probably like 5 years old to 16.
Where were you before? Can you remember where you was between 5 and 0?
Nah, but my sister said I used to stay with my grandmother.
Okay. So now, in your process of growing up, you got real brothers and sisters? And how did you get to know who they are and how they connected to you?
Well, I ran away from my foster home at 16. I was still going to school. And my sister happened to live downtown. And after school, I was going to school downtown.
Okay, what school is this?
It's called Science Skills.
All right, and where is that?
That's downtown Brooklyn, right there, before the Brooklyn Bridge.
So you were raised in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's dope. What part of Brooklyn?
I want to say Brownville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brownville because I remember like these mirrors that was on the wall. It was just weird.
Okay. All right. So now, as you're going through this system, you don't really have the strongest role models. You can agree. So now you go outside into the world. What is the world like for a young man like you up until you're 16?
It was like I was introduced to everything fast. Like, you know, niggas selling drugs, niggas robbing people, doing this, mad stuff. But
Okay.
I don't know. I never really really gravitated to those things and stuck by those things. I'm not saying I ain't do those things, but
Okay.
just I was open to the world.
All right. So now you're going through these things, and you decipher for yourself. I would hope you could agree of what's good and bad for you. Now, at this point in your life, where did you find dancing, and where did dancing find you?
I want to say when I got to this school, I seen Jeremy.
So,
That's the first person I ever seen.
and where y'all at? Where is this school? What is this school?
This is a high school. I was in 11th grade. I believe he was in 10th.
What high school is this?
Science Skills.
Science Skills. Okay. So Op is the first person you meet. What is Op doing when you saw him?
He was bone break.
Okay.
Before I knew what it was, he was in the gym bugging. Like he had the whole gym going crazy. Like he had a whole staff. Like everybody was lined up watching this nigga bug out.
Okay. So now, did you introduce yourself to Op? And
Of course, cause I'm looking at this nigga not knowing what he doing. Like,
all right. So what's this conversation like now between you and Op?
like today,
Nah, but when y'all
when we,
first exchange.
when we first
names,
exchanged,
hello,
I'm
my
like,
name
yo,
is-
like I'm like, yo, what up, bro? Like I'm Ace, like no cap, like right now, like what's that? Like what you was doing? Like then he said, yo, I was bone break, I flex, like you flex. So at the time of that, I knew it getting light. I used to fuck around and get light shit.
Oh, she used to do a hip hop then.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I used to get light, but it's like once I seen that aspect of dancing, I had to change. And then once I started to chill with him, he started to introduce me to other things like Battle Fest and other dancers, all these videos of other people,
Okay.
which it was crazy because as I kept hanging out with him, like later down the line, I started to see these people like yourself, and it was mind blowing to me because it was like I thought I'd never meet these certain people that do these things.
Okay. So now, while before this all transpires and gets to where it is, where did you get the name Ace?
Well, I always had a name Ace. It was female. She gave it to me because I was just so for the best friend in school.
Okay, so you were her Ace. She could count on you.
I guess that's what it was. You know what it was back then.
Alright. So now, you Ace at this point when you meet Op. He's showcasing to you all this stuff that's you would consider amazing and whatever else. At the end of the day, when did you start to take this situation serious where it's like, alright, after I just saw all this, because I'm going to tap in and get right with this program?
Like, I seen this and I felt like this is the one thing nobody can take away from me. I felt like that was this, because growing up, it was always, no, you can't do this, you can't have that, you can't go here, you can't do this. So
Okay.
it was always stuff like that. So I felt like when I seen this art, this form, I felt like you can't take that away from me if I learn it.
Okay.
If I ever learn it, because I used to think I wasn't gonna learn it.
So what was the first thing you end up doing when you saw this? Like, did you go the Op route and start off with bone breaking, or did you like something else that was taking place?
I
there
did
first?
not take the bone breaking route just yet. Took the gliding route. If that's what you want to call it.
The gliding route.
The gliding route.
All right. So,
Started with the feet.
all right. So, when did you start gliding? And what made you want to glide?
I think it was when I showed me Geo versus Professor, I believe.
Okay.
And then it was Green versus Marty. Like it was just a bunch of videos.
Okay.